Whether you're in real estate or looking to get into a new home, you should have heard time and time again, do not take on new debt when you're going through the process. And now it's really important that you don't, but I'm not sure I've ever heard many people say the reasons why it would impact you. So for one, your total debt to income ratio. Now as a lender, this is something we look at and compare your total monthly obligations to the income you make gross, and look at what that is. Now, depending on the program, that can be somewhere around 50%, but if you take on new debt and that pushes you above that limit, that can disqualify you, and that can happen at any point in the process. So taking on new debt can have that impact on your debt to income ratio and push you out of that qualifying range. Now, the other way that it can impact you is it can impact your credit score. Now, when you take on new debt, that will be a new account on your credit, which will, generally speaking, lower the average age of accounts, and that decreases your credit score slightly. In addition, new debt, you generally have an additional hard inquiry on your credit. An additional hard inquiry will also have a negative impact temporarily on your credit score. So there's multiple factors at play that can lower your credit score when you take on new debt. And depending on what your credit score was before, that can either, again, push you out of that qualifying range, or even if it doesn't push you out of the qualifying range, it can lower your score enough so that you get a worse interest rate because of it, meaning you have higher payments and you're going to have higher expenses for the length of the loan. Now, assuming you can refinance it, you can get your credit score up and potentially get that lower rate, but nothing's guaranteed. So when in doubt, do not take on new debt when going to buy a home. Play it safe, ask your lender.